Welcome back to Maths with RP. Today we are going to be solving problems in probability and trigonometry which are competency based. That is where you need to think and do. They are not book problems directly asked from the textbook. Look at the first problem. A library receives a shipment for a series of encyclopedias. The shipment includes volumes 31 to 40. Volumes 31 to 40. One encyclopedia is picked at random from the box without looking into it. What is the probability that the volume of the encyclopedia that is picked is a multiple of 2 or 5? Okay. So these are the numbers, the volume numbers. So if it's a multiple of 2 or 5, you will have 32. Multiple of 4, let me first write. From 31 to 40. These are multiples of 2. Multiple of 5 also I should include, which is 35. 40 is already included. So how many elements are there? 3 and 6. So 6 out of how many encyclopedias are there between 31 to 40? 10. So the required probability is 6 by 10. So this is the correct answer, which is a multiple of 2 or 5. In a basketball, different shots have varying point values. A 2-point shot is taken from inside the 3-point line, while the 3-point shot is taken from outside the 3-point line. This is about basketball. In a match, a player shot 5 3-point shots and 9 2-point shots out of the 35 shots he made. A particular shot he took was chosen at random. What is the probability that the shot that was chosen was neither a 3-point shot nor a 2-point shot? So how many shots? Total number of shots is 335. How many were? This is total number. Okay. How many? 3-point and 2-point shots. That will be 5 plus 9, which is 14. So the question is, it should be neither a 3-point nor a 2-point. So what is the remaining? Which are neither 3-point or 2-point. So out of 35, 14 is gone. So how much is remaining? So 21 out of 35. So here the value and all that doesn't matter. So you must know what information to take, what to use and how to solve the problem. So total number of shots is 35. How many is shot? 5 plus 9. So here shot 14. This is the total number of shots. What type of shots they were? 3-point and 2-point. What is the question? What is the probability that the shot that was chosen was neither a 3-point nor a 2-point? So remaining is neither 3-point nor 2-point, because 3-point and 2-point account for 14. So the remaining will be how many shots? 21. So 21 out of 35, which is 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 is the so the question has lot of information, but you must be able to decipher what is the relevant information and what is the irrelevant information. Only then you will be able to solve the problem. So reading the problem again and again will help you to understand what is the most relevant information. Jyoti and Dara are playing a game of tic-tac-toe. The probability of Jyoti winning the game is 0.7. So probability of winning the game for Jyoti is equal to 0.7. So probability of success is 0.7. What is the probability that Jyoti is not winning? So probability of not winning. So there are only two possibilities. Either you win or you don't win. So not winning will be 1 minus probability of winning. So 1 minus 0.7, which is 0.3. So probability of not winning the game, because here there are only two options, winning or not winning. So probability of not winning is 1 minus probability of winning. Now a card is drawn at random from a pack of cards. What is the probability that the card drawn is neither a black nor a 3? Okay, if it is neither a black, let me first look at that, not a black. So how many red cards are there? So it's either black or red. Number of red cards you know is 26. But it should not be a 3 also. Okay. How many 3s are there in red cards? 2 3s are in red. Is it not? How many 3s are there? See, any number you say, there are 4. 2 are in red, 2 are in black. So we are not going to consider. We want a card which is neither a black nor a 3. What is the probability of that? Okay. So that means what is the probability of getting a red card which is not a 3? So the total number of red cards is 26, out of which 2 3s are in red. So 26 minus 2 is 24. So the required probability is 24 out of 52. Total number of cards is 52. So this will be 12 by 26, 6 by 13, or 24 by 52. So 24 by 52 is the correct answer. Matilda made the following pattern during art class. If she colors a shape at random, what is the probability that she will color a circle? Okay. First of all, what is the total number of shapes? Total number of shapes will be 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The question is, what is the probability that she will color a circle? Probability of getting a circle. For that, you have to see how many circles are there. Number of circles is equal to 1, 2, 3. Have I left anything? Only 3. So this is 3 out of 13. Okay. So you can even ask, what is the probability of getting, say, a square? What is the probability of getting a square? Count how many squares are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4 by 13. What is the probability of getting, say, a trapezium? Is there any trapezium in this? No. 0. Are you able to follow? So you have to count. It is probability is actually nothing but counting. So if you know the fundamental principle of counting, then you cannot go wrong. Now read the problem. An Olympic shooter is aiming a gun at a target from the edge of a cliff. So let this be the cliff. such that the gun is 270 meters above the ground. Okay. The angle of depression of the target, let this be the target. Okay. So the angle of depression of the target is given to be 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. What is the shortest distance between the gun and the target? So that is the question which is asked. So if this is 270, we know that this is also 270. We need to find x. So for 30 degrees, its opposite side by hypotenuse, because this is 90 degrees. So sine 30 degrees is equal to, what is the opposite side by hypotenuse? 270 by x. So half is equal to 270 by x. Therefore, x is equal to 2 into 270, which is 540 meters. So the shortest distance between the gun and the target is 540 meters. So this is the cliff, okay, and the height of the cliff is this is the person who is going to shoot up from the top of the cliff. The height is 270 meters for the gun, okay, and now this is the target. This is the cliff. So the angle of depression is 30 degrees. If this is 270, then this also must be 270. What is the relationship? And we want to find the distance between G and T. So that let it be x. What is the relationship connecting 270 and x? It is sine 30. So sine 30 equal to 270 by x. Therefore x is 540 meters. Two poles, next problem. Two poles are of heights h1 and h2 meters. They subtend angles 60 degrees and 30 degrees respectively. So these are two poles, pole 1 and pole 2. This is pole 1, this is pole 2. Their heights are h1 and h2. They subtend angles 60 degrees and 30 degrees respectively. At where? At the midpoint of the base. So that is because this is midpoint, this is given as x, this is also given as x. The distance from the point on the ground to both the poles is given as x meters, as shown in the figure below. This is a midpoint. Find the ratio of h1 is to h2. So you have to find h1 by h2. Now from here, tan 60, I'm going to connect h1 and x, h1 by x. Tan 60 is what? Root 3. So root 3 is equal to h1 by x. Okay. Therefore, h1 equal to root 3x. This is from which triangle? ABC. Now consider triangle. I'm going to consider this triangle, CDE. So this angle is 30. Tan 30 degrees is equal to h2, opposite by base, which is x. So 1 by root 3 is equal to h2 by x. So h2 equal to x by root 3. Okay, what is it that you need to find? The ratio of h1 is to h2. That is h1 by h2 is equal to, what is h1? Root 3x. This is 1 by root 3x, x by root 3. So this is root 3 by 1 by root 3, which is 3 by 1. So h1 is to h2 equal to 3 is to 1. The ratio is 3 is to 1. So is it clear? So I first used this triangle, found what is tan 60, connected h1 and x. Here also I connected h2 and x. using this triangle and using tan 30. And then I have found what is H1 by H2 because that is what is asked. The ratio of H1 is to H2 is 3 is to 1. Look at the next problem. At a local fair, there are 3 hot air balloons, X, Y and Z. So this is one hot balloon, this is another and this is another. This is X, Y and Z. They are flying along the same plane. At a particular instant, their positions and the angle between them are shown as in the figure. Okay, the horizontal distance between the balloons X and Y. So what is given to us? The horizontal distance between X and Y is equal to X's altitude. So horizontal distance, the distance between X and Y is what? 1000. Horizontal distance between balloons X and Y is given to be same as X's altitude. What is X's altitude? 1500. Therefore, this is also 1500 because it's given as horizontal distance. OX is 1500. Okay. Now we have to find what? We have to find the altitude of Y. That means we have to find what is first of all OY. So now let us look at triangle. This is OXY. OXY. Okay. Now we know that tan 45 is equal to opposite OY by 1500. And tan 45 is 1. So 1 equal to OY by 1500. Therefore, OY is equal to 1500 meters. You want to find the height of altitude of balloon Y. Altitude of balloon Y will be 1500, which is OY, plus already this is also 1500. So plus 1500, which is 3000 meters. So we have answered the first question. Now to find the distance between Y and Z and X and Z. Now if I take this triangle, okay, now what is this? This is 1500, this is 1500. Now this total angle is 75. This angle is 45. So this remaining angle is 30 degrees. Okay. Now if I take this triangle OXY, consider triangle OXY. I want to find XY. Okay. I know the opposite side as well as the adjacent side. Both are equal to 1500 because this angle is 45. Therefore, sine 45 is equal to OY by XY, which is 1500 by XY. So 1 by root 2 equal to 1500 by XY. Okay, so XY is equal to 1500 into root 2. The distance between X and Y is 1500 into root 2. But now that we have only answered the first question, I'm going to use this to answer the second question. Now if you look at this triangle, what XY I know. What is XY? 1500 root 2. 1500 root 2. Okay, it's not clear, so here I will write. XY is 1500 root 2. Okay, now in this triangle, this is 30, this is 90, therefore this is hypotenuse. Okay, now what I know see, for this is 90 degrees, so this is the hypotenuse. I need to connect these two. Okay, so what is tan 30? Tan 30 will be equal to, what is the distance? YZ by XY. YZ by XY. XY is what? 1500 root 2. Okay, tan 30 you know is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is YZ by 1500 root 2. So YZ, which is the difference between Y and the positions of Y and Z, is equal to 1500 root 2 by root 3. Simplifications you can do, because you all know the value of root 2 is 1.414 and root 3 is 1.732. I leave that calculation to you. Now is it clear how to find the distance between Y and Z? Now we also have to find the shortest distance between X and Z. X and Z. So I now know this XY, right? I need to find the hypotenuse. So sin 30, is it sin 30? Or I can use cos 30. Cos 30 equal to cos 30 equal to for this triangle, adjacent side xy by hypotenuse xz. Okay. Now cos 30 you know is root 3 by 2. We have to find what is the last one, xz. This is yz, this is xz. I have to find xz. Do I know xy? Yes. What is xy? 1500 root 2. So from this implies root 3 by 2 is equal to xy. What is xy? They have already written 1500 root 2 by xz. The question is to find xz, right? So xz equal to xz equal to 1500 into 2 is 3000 root 2 by root 3 meters. See, what is the relation connecting the adjacent side and the hypotenuse? That is cos 30. Cos 30 is xy by xz, right? Xy we have already calculated. Xy is 1500 root 2. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So is 1500 root 2 by xz. So xz will be 1500 root 2 into 2 by root 3, which is 3000 root 2 by root 3 meters. So I hope you all enjoyed this sum. Okay. Imagine that you are there in a fair and there are 3 air balloons and they are connected to real life. And this is a particular position of the 3 air balloons. We are from that given information we are able to calculate the height of one balloon, distance between any 2 balloons we are able to calculate. So that is the advantage of learning trigonometry, because it helps us to calculate heights and distances. I hope you enjoyed this video. It will be a revision. If you have already learned trigonometry and probability, please try to solve these problems by yourself and then check the video, and you can learn how the problem solving strategies have been devised that should help you to solve any similar problem. All the best till we meet next time.